Good evening, guys. My name's Chris. I'm the host of Dialed In Reviews. So today, I have a treat for you guys. So, if you're anything like me, um, I wanted to get like a battle belt set up. Um, and there's so many of them out there, right? So, did a bunch of research and found out the differences, the little subtle differences, like Tim Kennedy, Tim Kennedy's company, Sheepdog Response. They have a battle belt that they came out with. Tu Lamb, if you guys don't know who he is, he's Ronin Tactics. He came out with a battle belt. Um, then you have like Cry Precision. They have a battle belt. Um, I mean, Safari Land has a battle belt. I mean, there's so many companies out there making them, and they're all great. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's hard to find one thing that's not good, right? So for me, what needed to happen is I wanted to have a two belt system, right? One that's flexible, it's double-sided Velcro, not too stiff. And then the second one is just going to be an over belt that goes over that. I wanted comfort and rigidity from that second belt, and I wanted plenty of purchase points to add attachments. Um, so the one that I went with, you guys can't tell, I'm a huge, I can't say it enough, huge fan of this company called GBRS, right? I'm wearing the hat. I've done reviews on their other stuff. So of course I was going to give that company a hard look at their gear. And I decided to go with theirs. And the reason why is, in my opinion, it's the most complete, minimalistic system out there. They put so much thought into it, with their stitching, the types of materials they're using, how they have assembled the belt for ease of attachments as well as rigidity of those attachments when they're on you. Um, they've partnered with Focus Research is the name of the company. Um, let me see. Yeah, Focus Research Advanced. So basically, they're like a first aid combat IFAC company, and they partnered with them because they have some of the coolest gear for first aid stuff, as well as the ability to have it in a small, tight compartment. Okay, so they have an IFAC system, and their IFAC is super cool in the sense that it's got a place to hold a tourniquet. That's super easy. It's an ambidextrous pull. You can pull left, you can pull right. Their IFAC is about this big. I'm going to show you here in just a second. And they went with a True North Concepts is who they partnered with for a modular adapter. And basically, instead of having your pistol like way up here on your belt, they kind of have a adapter that attaches to their belt that brings the pistol down into a more neutral position. So I'm going to model this thing, and then I'm going to go through it. So you guys can kind of see it on me. So first things first, right? This is their first layer, right? Super flexible, but very rigid from top to bottom, right? Like I can't pinch it, I can't bend it, which is kind of what we need, right? Again, it's Velcro all the way around. On the inside is the female end of the Velcro, so it sticks to itself, right? It's going to come around and stick, right? Now, with this belt system, you can cut off all the excess that you need. I mean, it was all the way out here. It was like that or that much more. And I ended up just trimming it off just because I didn't want too much overlay or overlap. So I'll take off my belt now. I'm wearing a Victos company belt, small little Cobra clip, kind of stiffer belt. Let me put on the first layer here. Don't want to miss any loops, so that it's a good snug position. For me, I want my inner belt as tight as possible, since this is going to be the anchor point that that second belt is sitting on. Again, I want to make sure that it's centered over each other. Good to go. Okay, next, going to put on the belt. So here it is, guys. This is the belt. Put it on first, and then we'll break it down and talk about all the pieces. So you can already hear that it's attaching. Boom. Cool. Got a leg strap up here. Pistol. Coming in and around. Again, this is it on. Cobra buckle. I have 4 pistol mags. I have an AR mag back here with an easy grab. As you can see, this is that Focus Focus Research Advanced Trauma Bundle is what this is called. Comes with a tourniquet, as well as the pouch, this IFAK pouch, as well as the medical piece that's inside of it. Again, I'll demonstrate all that stuff. Next, it wraps around. As you can see, this is the this is the modular, True North modular adapter, which is right here, which is this metal piece right here. You might be able to read the name. Basically, it attaches up here, and then you can put on any holster that you want. Again, GBRS partnered with Safariland. They have a holster. And again, this is a Glock 23 going in right there. So again, if I'm at the range, my shirt's going to be tucked in. I'm going to be going. I grab my mags out. Very simple. The pouch actually has a lot of rigidity and ease of pull, right? They don't come out. They don't jiggle around. Again, my AR mag's kind of tucked away back. So if I'm wearing kit or I have a vest on, it's not in the way. I can still reach. I don't have to do that like odd hand thing where I have to move my plates out of the way in order to get to my belt. My plates end about here, so I have plenty of room, about this much, to easily grab my mags without interfering with my plate carrier. So again, you saw how fast it went on. Comes off just as fast, right? All right, let's break this thing down. All right, so as you guys saw, for me, I have 4 pistol pouches, right? 4 mag pouches. So predominantly, my kit has all of my AR mags on there. So I don't want more AR mags than what my kit already has up here. I figured I would save my belt space for something smaller, which is, for me, my opinion, pistol mags. They fit all types of pistol mags. This is like a one size fits all. The mags themselves expand outward, so you can have double stack mags, tall mags. Here in California, we're only able to have 10 rounds, so that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But these mags are not specific to brand, caliber, size, etc. They're all just standard, which is nice. Next, AR mag. Again, pull out, put back in. It doesn't come out, right? My pistol mags, they don't come out, right? They're locked in there. All right, working my way back. Again, this is located on the lower portion of my back. It's got a Cat 6 tourniquet up top with a attachment here. When you open it up, it comes with this little bag, and this is that Focus Research Expeditionary Trauma Kit. Let's read what it comes with. Hemostatic gauze, Z-fold gauze, elastic bandage, occlusive dressing, 14 gauge needle for needle chest decompression. It's got an MPA with 550, medical tape, gloves, casualty card, Sharpie, safety pin ×2, eye shield, and then lubricating jelly. And it's all in this like airtight, tear away bag that's waterproof, like crunch proof. This thing's everything you need, right? Again, this is more combat focused with the combat casualty card, but it's great stuff to have even when you're doing a patient transfer over to, you know, a responding unit. So if you're at a range and there's an accident, you can take this combat casualty card, fill it out to the best of your ability, and give them something to take back with them, right? So again, this is more, you know, military-esque in the sense of evac, battle roster number, etc. I mean, for those of you that have ever had a combat casualty card, they're, you know, just standard stuff. But again, in the civilian world, we don't necessarily use this. I mean, I was a firefighter EMT, and we used patient care reports. PCRs is what they're called. So it's, you know, we have either an electronic tablet, or if you're old school, you're handwriting all this stuff out. So basically, this just gives a breakdown of what happened to the patient. So it's cool that it has one in there, and then all of the other stuff is pretty bitchin', right? So if your protocols don't call for the ability to use a needle for needle chest decompression, don't use it. But it's a great tool for a sunken chest wound, and it's cool that it offers it. I'm gonna put it back, get it in there nice and tight. Again, I'm trying to make this as small as possible, so it's not a big old bulky medic bag, right? Like that sucks. Okay, let's talk about the True North Concepts modular attachment. Okay, so on here, I have basically a Safari Quick Land, or Safari Land Quick attachment, right? So basically, it's like a universal attachment in the sense that this piece, this rod, basically the True Concepts adapter, is metal, super lightweight, but very rigid. And it's got basically a bunch of expansion ports and drill holes so that you can attach this adapter any way you want on this drop down, basically. Gets it off your hip, and it's a more natural draw cycle is the reason why it's located on my leg as opposed to way up here. I have long arms, so it's nice to have a holster a little bit lower. So if my hands are down, I can act, you know, I can acquire my pistol in a more natural position. So anyways, these universal adapters can be attached to any holsters that you want, you know. So this is a Safariland attachment, so I can get any holster for any make and model of pistol that I want, as long as it has the male end attached to it, right? The male end has the prongs, and again, this slides, as you saw, clips in, locks in. So it's pretty nice, and most holsters have holes already pre-cut in the back for you. Again, this is a GBRS holster. Allows for a light with my pistol if I were to choose to do that, and it fits pretty well. I've used Glock 17, Glock 19. What was in here was a Glock 23, and it fit them all. So pretty cool. But yeah, that's the GBRS combat system. Okay, so I wrote down all the prices for all of these things individually. Let me read them to you. Okay, so the Assault Belt system, the V3, so that's the inner and outer belt alone, is $199.99. The single rifle mag pouch is $34.99. The double pistol mag pouch, $39.99. I have two doubles. True North Concept modular adapter, that's that metal rod that my gun is attached to, that's $82. The True North leg strap, which is the piece that keeps it attached to your leg, that's $38. Safariland quick locking system you have to buy is $34. GBRS group and priority one out of the waistband holster, which is their branded holster, is $69.99. And then the GBRS Focus Research Advanced Trauma Bundle. What a mouthful, Jesus. That's $249.99. So basically, that's the tourniquet, the pouch, and the medical supplies inside. That's sealed and ready to go. So, if you want to do the math, you can. But that's a price breakdown of everything that this belt is. That's not including mags, obviously, but that gets you set up with, in my opinion, one of the best combat belt, battle belt systems out there. And again, I probably didn't do it justice as far as the intricacy and the details that are going into this belt. So this is like a carbon fiber plate that they have sewn in. It's double threaded, double looped, material upon material, right? And it's so tight that I had to get like a screwdriver in order to open up these sections in here in order to slide my MOLLE attachments through, right? So it's like stuck a flat-headed screwdriver down here, worked it all the way through. I turned it, I had rocked it open to like get the attachment through these holes. And as soon as I pulled them back, these little cells close back up and it's locked down again. Again, comes with a Cobra buckle. And on this side, came with a long tail. I made sure I cut that, trimmed it down, burnt the edge, and then have a Velcro retaining band there to make sure that it's just kind of kept nice and clean and neat. So yeah, as far as in my opinion, again, a complete battle belt system, I think GBRS knocked it out of the park with their version. Again, a little bit about that company. Those guys are former SEAL Team 6 members, very recently separated. So they have real world experience, real world knowledge that's very applicable to what's happening out in the world today. These guys aren't like they're back in Vietnam, right? These guys are fresh vets. So their firsthand experience is as fresh as it gets. And it's as good as it gets, right? I mean, the process to go and get onto Green Team and is quite extensive for anybody that knows anything about the SEALs. It's SEAL Team 6 is pretty freaking great. So Dev Grew, SEAL Team 6, same thing. But yeah, they're awesome. I will say that the Navy has adopted, at least the SEALs have adopted that SIG Sawyer 226, and the guys shoot SIGs mainly, the 365 XL. So that's what they were showing in their videos. That's what was in their holsters. I'm a Glock guy myself. I mean, I do have a SIG. I have a SIG 229. I have an FN. I have multiple Glocks. So I'm a fan of Glock just for the simple fact that it's so reliable, so easy. There's so many drop-in pieces for it. You can really customize Glocks to be anything you want without being a damn armorer, right? So like the everyday guy can just hop on YouTube and change these parts out and drop in triggers and do all that stuff. So as you guys have seen in my previous videos, I am a huge proponent of Haley Strategic as well, and they have a partnership with Glock triggers. So they have a skimmer trigger, and I've put one of those in each of my Glocks, and they're just awesome. So on top of that, I'm going to ensure my Glock is safe. No magazine in, no rounds down the chamber, if you can see that. And I just stippled this pistol myself. Here, finger grooves as well, so that I can get a better purchase on this thing, whether I have wet, muddy, bloody hands. It adds like a texture to the grip, so that I can rock this thing even better. I highly recommend everybody does that to their pistols. But that's my complete setup, right? So I have a Glock 23 in this holster, and yeah, it's a 40. But that's the rundown for the GBRS Assaulter version 3 belt. Super expensive, but in my opinion, it's the best battle belt out there. You know, I'm not knocking anybody else's stuff. I mean, Tim Kennedy's awesome dude. Sheepdog Response, their battle belt is pretty bitching. I love that. I love their version of the IFAC. But I have purchased a lot of GBRS stuff for good reason. If you don't know anything about them, please, please, please go and research those guys. I mean, these guys are the shit when it comes to gear, training, knowledge. Just they're awesome dudes. And yeah, so that's it, guys. If you could do me a favor, can you please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell? It really helps me, really helps the channel. Leave a comment, question. I was so stoked the other day. I got a question about the karambit that I did a review on. Again, another GBRS product that I reviewed. It's that GBRS karambit here. The question was about the finger grooves. If they were good, were they bad? The guy said he was hesitant about getting a knife with finger grooves. I have pretty large hands. I wear an extra large glove. And the finger grooves are big enough for my fat fingers. And they did not get in the way. They're very ergonomic for me. Fit my hand very well. I did not feel it before I bought it. So I went on faith alone that it was going to be good when I purchased it. So yeah, again, I will get to every one of your questions. Every one of your comments I want to read and see, and I really appreciate your time to watch these videos, to give them a listen, to leave your comments. I really do appreciate it. This is something I'm doing because I have passion, and I'm trying to really save everybody else from making the same mistakes that I've made, or relieve some of the questions that you guys may have with an unbiased opinion. Again, I'm just an average Joe now, out of the military, no longer a firefighter, and I'm just an average guy. But I want to make sure that I have the best gear when and if I need it, right? So I have 2 young boys and a wife. So if shit hit the fan, they're going to be looking at me like, Dad, do something. And I'm going to be set, right? I'm going to have all the shit I need. If my opinion matters, awesome. If it doesn't, awesome. Again, these are the purchases I've made. These are the reasons why I've made them. I'm going to keep making content. And I hope that somebody gets something out of it. Again, I'm always the guy that's like not following the manufacturer's videos when I purchase things. I'm always looking at the guys that are doing their own reviews, right? The honest opinions, somebody that's not a paid actor, somebody that's not getting anything. I don't get any kickbacks from any of the companies. I'm using my hard-earned money on these products because it's something that I believe in, and I've done a shit ton of research for these products. So again, if I can save you guys any hassle, if I can help you make a better, more educated decision before purchasing, that's my job. That's what I want to do, and give you my honest feedback. So yeah, so look forward to more of my videos. I just did an Everly stock bag for an EDC carry. I'm doing this one again, the GBRS Assaulter version 3 battle belt with attachments. And I'll be coming out with some more cool stuff here shortly. So again, I hope you guys have an awesome day. As usual, stay fit, stay hard, be good Americans. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.